Hello there! Today I thought I would do a little bit of a chat. It's going to be quite a difficult video to film, I think, and I don't really know what I'm going to say, but basically I've just wanted to have a chat with you. I feel like I have and haven't spoken from the heart on this channel for a while. I don't know. Those of you who have been around will know that this has been not the greatest year for me. There was a period a few months ago where I had to kind of take a hiatus because of something that happened in my personal life. Since then, 4 other things have happened along a similar vein, which have just been, it's just been one of those years where it's blow after blow after blow. I'm now at a point where I kind of want to reassess what I'm doing with this channel on the back of that, I suppose, and also on the back of a few other things. So firstly, let's start with the good news. I have recently been accepted into a Faber Academy writing a novel course. It's an online course, but you get a tutor who you have Skype sessions with, and you also get a classroom environment. It's just all interactive. I think it's basically the same as their in London writing course. It's just an online version, which suits me better because I'm not in London. I'm really excited about it. I've never had a formal education in my writing, and I've always been quite open with that, and I still completely 100% stand by the fact that I don't truly believe that you do need to go to a college or do an official course to be a good writer. I think it's one of those unique situations where you can learn as much from reading books as you probably could from being in a classroom. But what I am aware of is that classroom environments are very good in terms of getting feedback. And I think the problem with writing without that guidance is that you can kind of get into bad habits, and I think you don't always spot them because you're kind of too close to your work. I feel like I'm now at a point where I'm ready to start my first adult novel that I'm really excited about and that I know exactly how it's going to go. I've started obviously many novels in the past, you know, I've done NaNoWriMo, and you know, it's never gone that great. Even if I have managed the word count, I never go back to the novel, and I think the problem is that I've never truly found the right novel for me, whereas this one, it started as a short story, and since then I just kind of found that I was really into the characters and that I knew the characters better than I normally know my characters, and that they had more to say than would fit into a short story, and so it's morphed into a novel which I absolutely can't wait to write. So I thought it would be a good time to do this. Also, financially, I'm in a position where I'm able to do it at the moment. It's not cheap, but then at the same time, it's a 6-month long course, and for the amount of stuff you get, I think it's well worth the money if you can afford it. At the moment, obviously, I don't know how it's going to go. I might find that it's not for me after all. It's not one of those things that I'm doing this now because I think that I made a mistake not going to university to do writing. I think I'm only at this point now because of all the writing that I've done, and especially the 6 months that I took off where I just focused on my writing. I think that in itself has been a fantastic teacher, and my writing has changed no end thanks to that. But yeah, I just feel I'm at the point where I could do with some feedback, and also, you know, it'll be nice to interact with other people in my day as well, because at the moment I live quite an isolated life. So I'm looking forward to that. But on the back of that, I also wanted to say that I'm not sure what that means for my channel. It's obviously a 6-month course. I'll be working full-time and doing this course, and there are 2-week periods in which we can finish the tasks. However, normally I either film my videos on a Saturday or a Sunday and then give myself 1 weekend day to sort of chill out. So when I start my course, I don't know how I'm going to fit it in, whether I'm going to have time in my evenings. I'm hoping that I will have time in the week to do it, because I normally give myself an hour a day to do my personal writing anyway. So I'm hoping that I can just transform that hour of writing into my writing course session piece stuff, you know. However, we do have, I think it's quite a large group, and we've got to do feedback on everyone's pieces and things. So it might take a lot longer than I'm anticipating, in which case I will be putting my channel to the side, or at least reducing my content, which brings me on to another subject which I wanted to talk to you about, which is that I'm hesitant to say I'm in a booktube crisis, but I think it's getting to that point, and there are various reasons for this. Firstly, as I say, this year has just been wave after wave of bad news and terrible stuff. Secondly, obviously my course, I'm going to be prioritising that at the moment because my writing is ultimately my focus. But also, I feel like there are a few booktube related reasons for my reluctance. Now firstly, I would say that recently, I don't know if people have noticed, I haven't heard anything official about it, but I've definitely noticed it after hearing, I think, Cynthia Dubois mention it off the cuff, that YouTube have completely gone over to algorithms in terms of the videos that they show in your subscription feed. So this has been coming for a while. People have noticed that if they don't subscribe for long periods, their videos perhaps aren't appearing in subscription feeds, but there has definitely been a shift. Probably, I'd say I've noticed it since around June, where videos just aren't coming up in subscription feeds. I think YouTube are perhaps favouring bigger channels, or channels that I think upload more regular and longer videos. It does mean I have lost a lot of views on each of my videos, and a lot of subscribers actually. And that doesn't bother me because I've never been a huge channel, I'll never be a huge channel, I don't think I want to be a huge channel. I like the audience that I've got, and I'm still appreciative that in the grand scheme of things I've got a big audience. But I think it's kind of made me doubt things, because booktube is not an easy thing to do. It does take a lot of time, and it takes probably about a day of each weekend at least, you know, and sometimes I also have to fit time in for it in the week, and it's a stressful thing, and it does take up a lot of time, and it's fine because I do it because I love it. I'm not somebody who's desperate to, as I say, grow or really focused on the numbers. However, what I do enjoy from booktube is the interaction and the feeling, I suppose, of forward momentum. I like to be going forward with my channel rather than backwards, and I feel like because of these changes I'm going backwards all the time. As I say, I'm losing about 100 views on each video at the moment. A lot of videos I'm uploading and I'm just getting no interaction on because people aren't seeing them. And also I have noticed since this has happened that my subscriber count has been gradually dropping rather than gradually rising, and all of these things together, along with everything else that is going on, have just kind of made me question what I am doing this for. Because if I'm not getting the interaction with people, what am I doing it for? That's the whole point of this, is to talk with people about books. Which brings me on to my next thing, is that I think I'm also having a bit of a crisis in terms of watching booktube. I know that my interaction has also gone down because I've stopped commenting on other people's videos. I'm terrible at commenting on, even watching other people's videos at the moment, because I'm just not in that headspace. I'm not feeling that. I think it's difficult, but I've been doing this for about 5 years now, and 5 years is a long time. And I'm kind of done like watching videos about people talk about books at the moment. Like, that's so sad to say. I'm so sad to say that. I never would have thought I'd say that, but I kind of am. Like, when I sit down, and I mean, I've been really busy recently anyway, which doesn't help, but when I do finally sit down and I've got half an hour to flick through YouTube, I'm finding that I'm very much gravitating towards things like what I ate in a days and vegan recipes and stuff, rather than the booktube stuff. I've even been watching videos about how this woman sets up her rabbit cage, because I just can't bring myself to focus on people talking about books. I think as well it's an exhaustion thing. I'm busy in the days and I'm tired, and when I do sit down I just want stuff that I can just put on in the background and not really pay attention to, whereas when I'm watching booktube, obviously you have to pay more attention. It's also nice to actually listen to what's being said so that I can comment on things. It's just this big heap of doubt at the moment surrounding my booktube channel. That's not to say that I'm going to stop uploading at all. I think this has become such a integrated part of who I am and what I do that I couldn't not do it. And I also think it's good for me because I'm terrible at things like social media. I just can't do social media, and though I have now got an Instagram and a blog, which I really enjoy doing as well, things like Twitter I'm terrible on. I just can't really post statuses and not feel like I'm fishing for attention. I don't know, it just feels really uncomfortable for me, and it's a boundary that I can't really get past, whereas YouTube feels like a social media platform that I can work on and that I'm established on now, and you know, I do have an audience and I enjoy having that. I think it is important to have some form of online presence, and this is mine, and it's probably the only one that I can actually manage, but I just feel like I need to take a step back at the moment. But then even as I say that, I think because it's a habit of being like, I've got to upload 2 videos a week, I feel like I have to, but also I feel like my content has suffered because, especially since everything started happening this year, I don't feel like I've been creative with my videos at all. I think it's been a case of waking up in the morning knowing that I need to film and thinking, right, what can I film, in all honesty, and I think that probably reflects, and that's probably also another reason why I'm getting less views. So I'm basically just letting you know that I'm in a bit of a bad place with my booktube channel at the moment, to be honest. That's not, as I say, that's not to say that I'm going to stop, or that probably I won't even stop uploading 2 videos, but I want you to know that it's possible, that I am still here if I do stop uploading for any periods of time. I think what I would like to do is take a bit of time off, but I feel like I can't do that, especially with the subscriber numbers the way it is, and the algorithm obviously highlighting people who upload regular content. I think if I stopped uploading and then tried to come back, it would kind of be missing that gap, I suppose. So I don't want to stop altogether. Perhaps I think the best thing for me to do would be to just upload when I have an idea. Like, I'll certainly still be uploading, for instance, my wrap-ups. I enjoy doing those, and definitely my non-booktube reviews I've really been enjoying. But other than that, I don't know. The future is uncertain, but we'll see where we go. But if I do disappear, bear with me, I will be back. Please don't go anywhere, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just having a bit of a moment with my booktube channel at the moment. So there we go. Please let me know down below how you're doing, how your booktube channels are doing, whether you're feeling a bit lackluster with your channel at the moment as a result of everything. I don't know. Just talk to me. Bye.